it is so hard to say an immediate nice thing because the film really is it's tough. But the thing that does stand out are the songs. The songs are awesome in this film, in my opinion. When I was watching it, it actually made me be like, oh, I wonder if this is like on Broadway or if this is currently like showing. Because Wiz, the live action film, was adapted from the musical from 4 years prior. So it was originally a musical, kind of very similar to Wicked, right? Wicked was originally a musical, and then eventually adapted to film, right?
Yeah.
The Wiz, same thing, was originally a musical, and they're like, let's make this live action. And so they did with Michael Jackson and was it Diana Ross?
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
The cast is stacked.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor.
Nipsey Russell, like ridiculous cast.
Great cast.
Cast is awesome. But this is also why I think the songs for the most part are really, really fun and entertaining. There's some exceptions, but when I was watching it, I was like, man, I wonder if this is like showing. And it actually is. You can go see The Wiz. They're currently touring.
Whoa, that's how we should have done this.
Go online.
Timed up Ozfest a little better.
Yeah, go online. You can find the tour, and they might be coming to a city near you. And that makes sense because for the most part, the songs are good. The film itself, the storyline, the acting, I think even like I didn't even love like the set design and everything, which like they built those sets, like it's all. I mean,
there's some. There was like two that stood out to me for set wise.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. It just felt like for what they were trying to do, and I think what they're trying to do is pretty ambitious, right? To take like a beloved classic and reimagine it in a fairly modern and familiar way. It felt like they just didn't put a lot of budget into it.
Right.
Like they blew it all on the cast.
Yeah, that's a great point. Maybe they did because it felt like, it's supposed to be a reimagined decaying like New York City.
Right.
And like, yes, it looked decayed, but I feel like they could have done like a way better job for that era,
Yeah.
The other thing that's ridiculous is the runtime of the film. I mean, it's 2.5 hours long. It's
a slog.
1978 2.5 hour film is not easy, like as far as plot, like it's supposed to be a reimagining, so there's a ton of similarities. I mean, it's basically the Wizard of Oz, right? Like it's just the sets and the songs are all different and it's reimagined. But the storyline on the back end is essentially the same, right? We get Dorothy, we get Tin Man, we get Scarecrow, we get Cowardly Lion, we have the Wizard. All that is very basically similar. So plot wise, there's not much different, but
I would actually say there is kind of one big thing
right.
plot wise. And I would actually say that this is my biggest compliment toward the movie, and I guess really toward the original production of The Wiz, is they changed Dorothy's motivation. Like what does Dorothy want, right? And Dorothy, she lives in Brooklyn, right? I think she lives in Brooklyn.
Harlem.
Harlem. She lives in Harlem. She lives in Harlem. She's a 21-year-old, 23-year-old substitute teacher, or maybe no, elementary school teacher. She's an elementary school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And either her mother, her grandmother, the maternal figure in her life, tells her that, hey, you need to like get out into the world. You need to like explore and see the world. Like there's so much that you haven't learned. And she's like, what else could I possibly need and learn that I don't have at home right here? Which is the exact opposite of where Dorothy in the original film starts, right? Like she thinks that she needs to go out and see more, but everything that she needs is here in her home, in her heart, right? So actually, I love that inversion. And I think that was a really interesting idea. I thought that they were going to lose it, like more than 3/4 of the way through the film. I was like, all she's learning right now is how much better her home is while she's like going through all this terrible stuff. But then she has the contrast with the Wizard, who is very much somebody who, it was like Dorothy, who's very much stuck in their ways, but she's seen the world, she's met these people, and she is forever changed. I have been changed for good. So I will give respect to respect is due. I like that change. I think that was a really fun change for Dorothy.
That's a great call out. Yeah, that is pretty big change too, really, right? Like
It's a huge change.
huge
Yeah.
change. Everything is pretty similar except for the motivation for our main character in both stories.
Mhm.
That's a pretty big change.
Yeah.
That's a great call out. Yeah, and
Oh, real quick, just one more note on that. That'll be my biggest compliment for this film, and the other two films do not get that compliment because like Dorothy has no motivation really in Return to Oz or Journey Back to Oz. She just wants to go back to Oz. She's like,
right,
yeah, I want to go back to Oz.
right.
And then she finds out things are kind of messed up, and she's like, things are messed up. And then like she does her thing and saves the day, and she's like,
Yeah,
well, this was nice. I want to go home now.
right,
And then she just
right.
goes home.
Yeah,
You know?
she wants to go back to Oz, and at the end of it, she's like, okay, I want to go back home now. It's like, what?
It's like it's not an Uber service, girl.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
that's a great
pick your
comparison.
lane.
Yeah. So in The Wiz, very clear motivation for Dorothy. In
Yeah.
Journey Back to Oz and Return to Oz, which we're going to get to next, there's no motivation for Dorothy at all.
None.
Here and
She's
back
just
again.
here for the vibes.
Just
Here to have fun.
yeah. Oh,
I
goodness.
just want to see my friend the king. Did you know my friend is the king?
So The Wiz. What else? Do you have anything else you want to say about The Wiz?
I will give one more compliment toward The Wiz, and that is for the groovy tune of Ease On Down the Road, which is their version of Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Ease On Down the Road
Fine.
is such a banger.
Banger.
Such a bop.
Dude,
Oh man, it rules.
Wiz has
It's
bangers.
so good.
The Wiz has bangers. Like, it's definitely worth going to see. I mean, it's a smash hit Broadway musical, so like you have to go see it. It's the movie just made me want to go watch the Broadway show. I will never watch Wiz the film again, but it definitely makes me want to watch it on Broadway because like I'm sure it is fantastic with those performances. Gotta be. But yeah, and Ease On Down the Road is an absolute banger.
Absolute banger.
Absolute banger.
It's still. I saw that movie like 5 days ago. That movie is still, or that song is still like grooving in my head. It's
Yeah.
good.
To the Wiz's credit, they did build all of these sets, and they did build them all in New York, right? They used Coney Island, Lower Manhattan, World Trade Center, was a
Wow.
on location set, and so they did a lot of this. Pretty much.
What do you recall what scene was the World Trade Center? Was that in Oz when they were in Oz?
Yeah, it's hold on, I've got it right here.
Or sorry, Emerald City. That's what
Emerald
I'm
City,
thinking
yeah.
of.
Emerald City filmed at the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan.
Wow. That's historically a huge deal. Jeez.
Base of the Twin Towers, and then Munchkin Land was like the New York State Pavilion.
Oh, I did love the Munchkins. I thought the
Yeah.
Munchkins were super freaking cool. So the thing with the Munchkins is they've been cursed by the Wicked Witch of the East, and they're graffitied onto the wall, and they can't get out until the Wicked Witch of the East is killed by Dorothy. I thought that was awesome. I was like, oh man, we're in for a ride. Like, let's go. Unfortunately, I never felt anything quite that innovative again after that. It was like, damn, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
But I did like the Munchkin Land. I thought that was neat.
It's funny. I feel like we've just been talking about things we liked, but then when we really think about it, like it's not a good film. But there's a bunch of stuff that was cool and awesome.
There's good ideas. There's a lot of
Yeah.
good ideas
Wow.
in this movie.
It just dragged, and the acting
That's it.
falls short too.
Yes,
The
I
acting
agree.
outside of music really is bad. So that just makes it drag, and then you're just like, eh.
Yeah, the script and the pacing is honestly awful.
Yeah.
I think the dialogue is for the most part not clever. I think the editing is so questionable, and it's like they only had 2 cameras to work with because like the cuts between shots are few and far between. It's kind of wild.